It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to Game 1 of the NBA season, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
And it's been a long summer.
I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. We have been waiting for this day for a long time. Tonight, we'll be watching the Indiana Pacers playing against the Brooklyn Nets. And for Brooklyn, they're determined to begin the season as winners, to make all their off-season planning and hard work in the preseason pay off. You know what they say, you only get one chance to start the season with a win, and tonight is their chance. And fellas, a new season about to begin. Clean slate. Plenty of hopes and dreams out there. Kenny, how do you spot a new legitimate contender?
I usually look for the team with good balance, where one guy isn't doing everything. One guy could facilitate everything, but he can't do everything. So offense, defense, balance, and they gotta have a big shot maker.
You know, I look for unselfishness, guys playing with each other, mental toughness. No weak-minded team has ever won a championship, Ernie.
How about continuity, too? How about very little changeover from a team that was really good the previous year, may not have gone as far as they wanted, but returning the same bunch?
That helps.
Yeah.
Well said.
No need to add anything to that.
Continuity. Yeah. Kevin Harlan knows all about that.
You play it in your system every night now. Not like life or death. I'm a rebel. My poetry's deep. I never felt.
You can taste the excitement here in Indianapolis. Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. We'll see the Indiana Pacers defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. Clark, you've talked about this a lot, the changes, the biggest differences from playing college basketball to pro basketball.
Without question, Kevin, a couple of the biggest differences for me were the speed of the game and the quality of the players on the court. That was really something that I was aware of, but it hit me right between the eyes as I got going. And then the other thing was the travel and schedule. I hit a wall after about 60 games and was really a dead man walking for about 10 days before my legs came back and I finished that rookie season strong.
So the Nets starting five. Lynn and Russell are in the backcourt. Down low, it's Booker and Mozgov. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3 spot. Back to Lynn. Tries again. And that's 2 points on the layup. Lynn's got the first points on the scoreboard for the Nets.
And Lynn is tenacious on the drive, refusing to be denied by anybody.
The shot by Turner, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it. How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Kenny Atkinson. DA.
Well, Kevin, the crucial aspect in his mind is making things tough for them inside. He said they're a physical team, and they bring a lot of intensity. If we don't respond when they push us, we'll just get bullied all game. They're going to get down in the paint tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Indiana off to a slow start. 7-point differential. The drive by Collison. And Turner with the basket on the assist by Collison.
Spotting the open man, Collison, a capable playmaker.
Over to the left wing. Mozgov against Turner. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And Paul George traded away by the Pacers over the summer. A move they didn't want to make, but the writing was on the wall.
You know what? It's always hard, Kevin, to lose a superstar player, but the Pacers had really been unable to create a contender around Paul George, and therefore they had to trade him because they didn't think he was going to sign. As a matter of fact, he clearly stated he would not re-sign at the end of his contract with the Pacers. So traded to OKC, and Paul George still intrigued by the possibility of maybe playing for his hometown Lakers at the end of his contract.
Mozgov hits them both. And for this new front office in Brooklyn, such a daunting task. Clark, a pretty bare cupboard as far as players and picks. How do they do it?
Well, you got to make $1 out of 15 cents, basically, and that's a stretch. Hiring a top-flight analytics team to find hidden gems, another piece of the puzzle. A big performance staff to individualize and maximize player development. But it goes back to resources being invested in good players that will develop and then folks to develop.
And now here comes Young leading the break. Oladipo misses. Nets leading by 5. A nice shot by Lynn. Lynn's got 6. Pacers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Turner with a screen on Lynn. The drive by Collison. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Collison's got his first 2 points of the night. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Steps back and fires. Here's Booker. Good work defensively by Turner.
You know, the defense knew how to play at that time, liked how they made their presence felt without committing the foul.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
He can't get that one. Good defensive work there by Young. Pacers trail by 3. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hollis Jefferson. And it's Russell in the corner. Picked by Mozgov. A drive by Russell. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Victor Oladipo.
So going to the free throw line is Russell off a quick dribble drive.
And a big move for D'Angelo Russell this past offseason. Traded from the Lakers to Brooklyn. Now one of the major building blocks of this team that has embraced him wholeheartedly.
Free throw good, Russell. And with the draft spot the Lakers had and the spotted history with D'Angelo Russell. You know, Greg, it wasn't a huge shock to see him move.
You know, just seemed to me that Russell wasn't the right fit for what LA wanted to do. Still a very young and talented player who has a chance to kind of reinvent himself here in New York. He's shown a bit more maturity since that trade and since joining this team.
Now here's Bogdanovich. It's tipped. Turner passes to Young. That falls. Nice speed that time from Turner.
Really good alertness from Young there, who was in perfect position on the catch and shoot.
Picked by Mozgov. Lynn from long range, and the Nets miss again.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot that if you're a pro, you need to make that one.
And the Nets miss again. Pacers trail by 3. Oladipo with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. Oladipo goes in. There's Bogdanovich, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Nice play there from Bogdanovich. Had the defense at a disadvantage, and he struck.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Brooklyn?
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
First one falls for him. And you see Bogdanovich, 6'8", at times listed at shooting guard. GA, is he a 2?
No, if anything, I think he's often better defending power forwards than he is against the wings, in part because you're not going to look to post that position in the way the game is played today. This guy is skilled and tough, but doesn't have the great foot speed defensively, so I think that's to his advantage to guard those guys.
And anytime you think about the Pacers, it's really hard to forget their recent dominance in the East now. I mean, in 2013, they were 1 win away from the NBA Finals. In 14, they earned the #1 seed in the East, and then it kind of snowballed south since then.
Now here's Lynn. Victor Oladipo unable to get his last shot to go. Mozgov sets a screen for Lynn. And it comes off the front of the rim. And for the Pacers, 2 consecutive trips to the Eastern Conference Finals, they seem poised for a long run. Clark, what happened?
Well, they changed direction. They had 3 all-star caliber players in Lance Stevenson, Roy Hibbert, and Paul George, and David West was an anchor of that team as well. Stevenson left. The league seemed to figure out Hibbert, and PG broke his leg, and just like that, their fortunes changed. And I think, too, the way the league was changing in terms of style of play impacted the decision, too.
Collison, good.
Sensing the opportunity there, Collison sneaking inside for the finish.
Lynn kicks to Booker. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Booker is screen on Bogdanovich. Looking to get back on track here. A nice shot by Lynn. Lynn's got 8.
And that's his go-to move right there in the low post.
Turner with the screen. Shoots off the screen. Booker pulls it in. Booker's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Russell dishes to Mozgov. Goes back up. And another shot. And the layup is up and in. Mozgov's got his 2nd basket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now, here is Russell. Following the miss by Miles Turner. Here's the floater. And Russell with the lay-in. Now it's a 7-point Brooklyn lead.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
I like the activity there, keeping the ball alive and creating some second-chance buckets.
Now here's Collison. Turner all on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
I tell you what, Turner just has a beautiful touchdown on the block. I mean, if you get the ball where he wants it, he'll deliver for you.
Well, a lot of optimism around young big man Miles Turner. Nate McMillan compared him to LaMarcus Aldridge, who, of course, McMillan coached in Portland. Clark, can you see that?
Oh, no doubt. Both are 6'11"-ish, and both can really shoot the ball. Turner may be a better 3-point shooter right now than Aldridge, but I think he's got to grow into being more effective in the post. He's more of a rim protector right now than Aldridge, but like L.A., I think he has a chance to be an all-star.
That free throw good from Turner.
At 6'11" and 243 pounds, Turner is physically imposing. He's a big man, though, with a delicate shooting touch from outside.
Offensive rebound. Here's Zeller. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall. Pacers trail by 4. Young passes to Turner, and it's slammed in by Turner.
A fantastic heads-up play there from Young to find the open man.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Dinwiddie kicks to Zeller. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Zeller's got his first 2 points of the night. The Pacers have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Turner with the screen. Collison dishes to Bogdanovich, and stolen by Zeller. Inside. Here's Dinwiddie. Comes up empty down low.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now here's Collison. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Crab from long range. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition three there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
Outside Bogdanovich. Young in the corner. From the baseline. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Well, ideally, you'd like Young to be playing closer to the basket, but I tell you what, if he's going to make that shot, you'll gladly take it.
Dinwiddie kicks to Carroll. Here's Dinwiddie. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And it's LeVert missing. Pacers trail by 5. Outside Collison. Turner with a screen for Collison. Inside. The kick out to Young. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Feeds it to Carroll. Now here's Cram, defended by Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Carroll kicks to Dinwiddie. Here's the three. The shot by Carroll, no good. Collison, the pass to Young. Oladipo for 3. Crab pulls it in.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Stolen by Collison. Here's Oladipo. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And, you know, Oladipo is one of those multifaceted players. I mean, he can do just about anything you ask of him when he's on the court.
And Oladipo has some parts of his game that needs work, but he is certainly terrific on the big finish.
Yeah, I mean, he's got longer arms than you would think for a player of his size, and the overall physical skill set, there's no doubt about it. You know, you look at his ability to just stay floating in the air for that extra moment when he's in attack mode, and this is a young man that still has his best basketball ahead of him.
That's good from Oladipo. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
And, you know, the Nets can't sell players on winning just yet, but they've created a top-notch infrastructure in the meantime, and they have a gleaming new practice facility, better accommodations for players' families during the game. Those little things are big things and make a difference.
Here's Dinwiddie. Thaddeus Young picking up that last basket. Dinwiddie kicks to Zeller. Nets passing it around. There's a screen. Picked by Zeller. Here's LeVert. And the Nets miss again. You talk about the top-notch facilities for the Nets. You figure it signals their intent to be a top-notch franchise.
Well, you've got to invest in the development, and that means facilities and people. You've got to take care of your players and their families. That's important. And players really take note of those kinds of things. If you're going to do it well, you've got to do those things right.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Dinwiddie kicks to Crab. Looking to end the drought. That one doesn't go.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And so it's Miles Turner making things happen for Indiana. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we'll be back with you shortly. Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And when you consider how the Pacers are doing, guys, what do you think?
I think they've played great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Exactly. I mean, they've made their presence felt on this end. Excellent job contesting shots so far.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Jamari Carroll is out there with Zeller. Then it's Allen Crabb. And it's LeVert in at the 2-guard spot. It's the Nets now following the miss by Miles Turner. And it's off from 3-point range. Here's Oladipo. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Collison's got assist number 5 here tonight. Crabb in the corner. Pass to Zeller. Kicks it to Carroll. Picked by Zeller. Now the dish to Dinwiddie. Carroll with a screen on Collison. 4 on the clock. Here's LeVert. Nice D from Oladipo.
Jeez. Maybe he was trying to show off or something right there.
Is that what you think?
Absolutely.
Instead, it had the opposite effect. He looked foolish. That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Carroll dishes to Dinwiddie. Carroll kicks to Crabb. The pass to Dinwiddie. There's the pick. Here's LeVert. Launches it. And the Nets miss again.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
Here's Oladipo. Here's Turner. And Turner throws it down.
That's all about the ticker for Turner. Big heart, a real juggernaut on the boards who uses those long arms exceedingly well to get second chance opportunity.
Here's Dinwiddie. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Picked by Zeller. Here's LeVert. Hits it from 3-point range.
LeVert showing you can rise up from deep. A quality shooter when given room to fire.
And Oladipo kicks to Turner. Turner with the screen. Young outside. 3-pointer. The kick out to Oladipo. Another miss by Oladipo.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
Here's LeVert, guarded by Oladipo. And the shot goes in. And now just a 1-point Pacer lead.
Like the way LeVert controls himself, always under control, knows what he's looking for, takes his time, particularly when he's close to the basket.
Turner with the screen. Collison kicks to Oladipo. Rebounded by the Nets. And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That's foul number 2 for him. Going up, Clark, you were Mr. Basketball USA, a national ranking. Be truthful. How dominant were you in high school in Cleveland, Ohio?
I was a really good high school player, considered one of the top 2 or 3 in the country in 1979, which was actually perhaps the best high school class ever. Documented by many who follow the game: Isaiah Thomas and Sam Bowie, James Worthy, Ralph Sampson, Dale Ellis, Terry Cummings, Dominique Wilkins. I could go on and on. A terrific class, and I was considered at the top of that class as a high school.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That's foul number 2 for him. Indiana's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Lynn against Collison. And Oladipo has it in the corner. Nice D from Russell.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
That puts them in the lead. And the Nets lead by 1.
And with the physical gifts that Hollis Jefferson has, he plays a lot bigger than his listed height.
And Oladipo, here we go. Here's Turner. Oladipo, the pass to Collison. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Russell with it. Now defended by Oladipo. Russell against Oladipo. Here's Mozgov. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Young's got 5 rebounds tonight. Bogdanovich dishes to Young. Back to Bogdanovich. And Turner kicks to Young. No good on the 3. Brooklyn's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Outside Russell. Over Oladipo. Russell, no good.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain neutral position.
Here's Lynn. They get it again.
Unfortunately, his shot has been everywhere, all over the place. Can't buy a basket. However, his teammates got him covered.
And good that time.
Well, the explosive nature of Oladipo's drives to the rim are incredible. Hard for any defense to keep him from attacking the way he does.
Now here's Lynn. 8 points for him.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Glenn Robinson, the 3rd, is checked in for Oladipo. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Darren Collison. And that one falls for Lynn.
And over the course of the Nets franchise history, some interesting decisions. I mean, back in the 90s, they came very close to changing the team name to the Swamp Dragons. I think I'm just going to leave that one right there.
And that's what makes Young so dangerous, in my opinion. I mean, his ability to cut in off the bounce and finish through contact, that puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
On the free throw, no good. So, Greg, how close were the Nets to being the Swamp Dragons anyway?
Well, it needed a unanimous vote of all the teams to change it, but there was one vote against it. The Nets themselves voted against the change, and they had 7 owners who rotated voting duties, and the one on deck got cold feet.
That free throw good from Hollis Jefferson. And while he's working on his shooting, Hollis Jefferson has shown an ability to create shots. Clark with his herky-jerky drives to the cup.
Kevin, could not agree with you more. He is a bit herky-jerky, but that handle is tight, and that allows him to maneuver on the court as a playmaker.
Second free throw, no good.
And you'll hear some say the sleeper of that 2015 draft was Rondé Hollis Jefferson. I mean, a fractured ankle his rookie season limited him to just those 29 games. But when healthy, he's shown he can be a force defensively.
The Pacers making a switch here. Sabonis is checked in. Outside Robinson. From 13, Booker pulls it in. Booker's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Greg, what separates Hollis Jefferson, do you think, as an NBA defender?
You know, physicality, quickness to go along with anticipation. I mean, with his pressure D, he's able to suffocate perimeter players and rack up steals. And don't forget versatility. He's a guy that can guard multiple positions, and that's a huge asset for any team.
Now here's Joseph after Jeremy Lin's miss, and that one drops. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Stolen by Joseph. It's 2-on-1. Here's the teardrop. It doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from Mozgov. Left side Lynn. Tries a 3. Robinson pulls it in. Indiana leading. Joseph with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on D'Angelo Russell. And Clark, just how important to a team is it to have a veteran presence on it? Like, how did the vets on the Pacers help you when you were a rookie or a young player in the league?
You know what? I think it's invaluable, Kevin. I was a 21-year-old rookie. I left after my junior year at Ohio State. And veteran players, Herb Williams, had been there a year or two. Guys like Billy Knight and George Johnson, Butch Carter were around. And having those guys talk about what it takes. And we were a very young team and had young veterans, but still they were invaluable in terms of giving you an example of how to go about your business to be successful as a pro. And the Pacers have made the playoffs back-to-back seasons and have only missed the playoffs once in the last 7 seasons, including a couple of trips to the Eastern Conference Finals. Nevertheless, there's a growing concern in Indy that the team has stagnated a bit and needs to move forward at a greater pace than what they had.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 7. Here's Booker. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, I love Trevor Booker's game now. Physical, dependable, consistent. The man continues to evolve his game.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pacers?
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And that's what's created a rhythm for them offensively. That's also why you see them knocking down that mid-range jump shot.
And he makes the first.
And of course, for the Nets, I mean, they won't control their own first-round pick until 2019. There's going to be some losing along the way with not much reward.
Both free throws good from Booker. And Greg, the Nets trading away the better part of a decade worth of draft picks when they went all in back in 2013 and 2014.
Yeah, going for vets like Darren Williams and Gerald Wallace, Paul Pierce, and of course KG. But unfortunately all past their prime. That team only able to get to the second round, and boy, what a heavy price to pay for so little success in the postseason.
And, you know, with Nate McMillan taking over the Pacers last season, their offense was much improved. He had a good stint as a head coach in both Seattle and Portland, but there was some slippage defensively with the Pacers, and now it's about striking the right balance between offensive prowess and defensive improvement.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And the Pacers, Clark, looking to up the pace. In some ways, that made McMillan a surprising choice. His teams in Portland, for instance, some of the slowest in the league.
Well, their pace actually went down some, Kevin. McMillan is accustomed to going small with shooting big men, and that certainly fits.
And Joseph drops them both.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter, but right now he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
You know, he's been off so far, Kevin, but there's still time. I mean, he just needs to settle it down, idle it down a little bit, and try to contribute as much as he can on the offense within himself.
Sabonis, the pass to Stevenson. 6 on the shot clock. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
The 15-footer, that's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Hollis Jefferson.
Boy, Hollis Jefferson, a terrific athlete who actually thrives in transition.
Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Lynn.
Right now, after looking at that chart, you pretty much can just jog down the court. He gets it in the paint. That just time and time again, he's worked his way in close and made a shot over a defender or found another way to convert. Just great stuff coming from him thus far.
ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
Boy, he's like mortar when you look at Rondé Hollis Jefferson. He's a guy that holds things together, plays with great energy and effort, and that's contagious and also beneficial for a team.
Al Jefferson, he's checked in for Turner. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. The title of best dunker is one that seems to change, Clark, from year to year in the NBA. Who's on your short list for that honor right now?
Well, there are a lot of ways you can look at that, Kevin. The best dunker, is it the most sweet-looking dunker? Is it the most forceful dunker? Is it the dunker that can do it in a game or in a contest? There are a lot of different branches on this dunk tree. But for me, looks, creativity, elevation, Zach LaVine comes to the top of the list. The big guys I kind of eliminate a little bit. So I go with Zach LaVine in the dunk meter.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Now here's Stevenson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. To the inside. Mozgov with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Look at that.
Oh, my goodness. Watch out. Not many players in the league can play at that elevation. I mean, Hollis Jefferson putting on the show. A high wire act.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Free throw good, Russell. And for D'Angelo Russell, the former #2 overall pick in 2015 out of Ohio State. Greg, in your opinion, what makes him so special as a prospect?
I think it's all about his skill level. I mean, the league loves players who can handle, pass, and shoot. And he can do all three at an elite level. And he's not just a stationary shooter. He can hit pull-ups, a very good in-between game as well. Let's just see if he can continue his maturation process.
Pacers trail by 3. Robinson kicks to Sabonis. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Sabonis has got his first 2 points of the night.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
The feed now to Dinwiddie. Mozgov, a screen on Stevenson. Here's Dinwiddie. Brooklyn gets it back in a new shot clock. Here's Zeller. Goes up again. Got a hand on it. Now here's Joseph. He's tightly guarded. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Dinwiddie kicks to Mozgov. It's stolen by Jefferson. Here's Robinson. And he comes up with the deuce. And it's a 3-point Pacer lead.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
There's Dinwiddie looking for his first basket still in this one. Just 5 on the clock. From deep. Joseph with the rebound. Pacers leading by 3.
If they increase the tempo, they got a chance at a 2-for-1.
Execution paramount. Speed it up and put the defense on their heels if you can.
And that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
The Pacers making a switch here. Leafs checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Damari Carroll comes in for Mozgov. And it's LeVert in for D'Angelo Russell. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Zeller. Pass to LeVert. He kicks it to Dinwiddie. Picked by Zeller. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Joseph. That one's not going to go. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Indiana out in front, finishing the quarter on a tremendous 8-0 run. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And welcome to halftime. Hey, what a fantastic time of the year. NBA season getting underway. Hey,
I'm excited. I am really excited. I am really excited, honey.
We saw Miles Turner lighting it up in the first half. He had 13 points, 11 rebounds, and 1 block. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
Well, so far they won the battle of assists. They played more patiently and very unselfish in the first half. Good shot selection and nice flow of offense.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Well, the low turnovers really stood out to me. They didn't get loose with it or make silly passes. Nothing was forced. They had a nice flow to the offense. Guys knew where to be on the floor. That's the heads-up style of play they need to bring in the second half.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And we return to Indianapolis, Indiana, with a look at all the activity taking place in this terrific downtown. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. A fantastic. Pacers leading by 5. Corey Joseph is out there with Robinson. Then there's Al Jefferson. That's Lance Stevenson, and it's Anabogu in at the 4. They're the group for Nate McMillan starting the second half. And Al Jefferson, a product of Prentice, Mississippi, a big family, and Clark, he grew up playing hoops nonstop.
Yeah, that's how you refine your game. His cousin had a full court in his yard, not asphalt, folks. We're talking about they played on dirt, but they had lights up, so that let them play well into the wee hours of the morning.
And he makes the first. And I bet a lot of big men would love to have that right hand of Al Jefferson.
No doubt. I mean, he can hit that hook shot out to 10 feet, maybe a tad beyond that. It's one of those shots you're not going to block. It goes in or it doesn't. In his case, it's usually the former.
Young's checked in for Indiana. Both free throws good from Al Jefferson.
And Jefferson has earned his reputation as a solid interior scorer. He's dependable down in the low post, always gets the job done in there.
Lynn, he clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Lynn's got 15 points. Indiana leading by 5. Now here's Joseph. It's tipped. Puts it up from 12. Doesn't go for him. And Indiana will come the other way. This, of course, their first look at the Nets.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
Yeah, there's a reason they were a playoff team. I mean, they beat the teams they were supposed to. We'll see if they can do it again tonight.
6 to shoot. Young's shot is off.
Tough miss, especially since the defense wasn't that strong. I mean, he needs to cash in from there.
Lynn dishes to Mozgov. Back to Lynn. To the paint. Wants to get it to Booker and does. Over Stevenson. Here's Mozgov. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Sabonis, he's checked in for Young. Joseph. Some solid defense there from Lynn. Nets trail by 3. On the wing, Booker. Offensive rebound. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
The Pacers have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. That one misses for Stevenson.
And the Pacers really have been one of the more consistent franchises in the NBA over the last 15 years or so. They've not won fewer than 32 games or drafted higher than 10th since 1989. That's a pretty impressive run of consistency.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Pacers always find a way to hold their own, but still searching for that first NBA championship.
Yeah, you know, it's tough for every team, but in a smaller market, they don't feel they can afford to totally tear down the roster with a full rebuild. Indianapolis, as great a city as it is, not a free agent destination, so that makes it tough to build a title contender. You have to do it primarily through the draft and smart acquisitions.
There's the screen. Joseph sets a screen for Robinson. And he uses the glass on the layup. Robinson's got his second bucket of the game to go. Nets trail by 5. Outside, Lynn. Booker outside. So the wing on the left. Nets passing it around. A floater. No good on that one. Jefferson with some nice D. Here's Stevenson. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
When Lance Stevenson is focused, he's very dangerous, has a ton of talent, good, strong physical body, athletic, versatile. He does a lot of good things out there.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
And we saw it last year, guys, because those numbers were so low. Teams weren't afraid to put him on the line where points were hard to come by for him.
The first free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Here's Lynn. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Jeremy Lin, an attack guard if there ever was one. He wants to play downhill all the time, explodes to the rim and forces the defense to react to his drives.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
Really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
And the first one drops. And Lynn's athleticism certainly is underrated. Back, in fact, Clark, when he played with the Rockets, they said he had the quickest first step they'd ever measured.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he is deceptively athletic, and he uses that athleticism at both ends. Defensively, he can get steals and blocks too, Kevin. And, you know, Kenny Atkinson is a basketball lifer, Kevin. Played professionally abroad, and after his playing career was over, he went right into coaching.
Screen by Jefferson. And Joseph kicks to Sabonis. Joseph against Land. Here's Robinson, and it's in there. Robinson's got the lead up to 7 now for Indiana. And Atkinson with a couple years as an assistant in Paris, 4 years in New York with the Knicks, Came from Atlanta, where he was a big-time assistant and well thought of by fellow Hawk players.
Yeah, you know, and after a decade as an assistant, Kevin, he led the Dominican national team, so he's had a vast reservoir of experiences on the sidelines as a coach, and now he's, of course, leading the Brooklyn Nets, and had a chance to hear him at a conference last year, and this guy is really got a chance to be outstanding as a coach and leader.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pacers.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
Jefferson, no good on the free throw. And one of those lunch pail players. You love him, Greg. Trevor Booker out of Clemson.
Just hard-nosed, gets on the glass, and although only 6'8", he gets off his feet quickly. A terrific leaper and just one of those ultra-competitive guys.
Joseph, the pass to Jefferson. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Passes to Sabonis. Off target from three-point range. Nets trail by 5. Hollis Jefferson passes to Mozgov. And there's Booker on the assist by Mozgov. Booker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you got to respect the ruggedness of Booker. I mean, crafty at finding ways to get close to the bucket.
And Joseph kicks to Stevenson. And he converts the layup. Stevenson's got 6.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Picked by Mozgov. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut back down to 3 points with the bucket from Russell.
Excellent size and feel for the game. D'Angelo really just scratching the surface of his potential.
Screen by Jefferson. Joseph, the pass to Sabonis. Back to Joseph. Rebounded by the Nets. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Just a touch. I mean, it seems like he's forcing shots a little bit to me, Greg. Not playing his game right now, and with every miss, the pressure intensifies.
Brooklyn making some changes. Tamari Carroll's checked in for Trevor Booker. Crabb comes in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. And it's LeVert in for Russell. Looking to get it going. It's stolen by Jefferson. Joseph dishes to Robinson. And stolen by Crabb. 5-on-3 break. Here's Lynn. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lynn's got 19 points.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Here's Jefferson, and the Pacers can't get it to go.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Lynn. Some changes for Brooklyn. Zeller comes in for Mozgov. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Jeremy Lin. Here's Joseph. And the Pacers can't get it to go. One-on-one here. Shoots from the high post. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Pacers trail by 3. Screen by Jefferson. Here's Robinson. And he can't stop the run as he misses. And the Nets shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
And defensively, these guys are looking for answers. Since halftime, they've seemed disjointed and out of sync. They have got to get back that rhythm defensively.
Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
Excellent recognition from the big man. Jefferson is terrific at finishing, even when he gets whacked.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
The Nets shooting it beautifully here in the third, 56% from the field. Dinwiddie kicks to Carroll. Nets passing it around. Pass to LeVert. Fires the three. No good that time. And Indiana will go the other way with it to the left side wing. And again, Brooklyn running the court in transition. Here's Dinwiddie and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Here's Zeller. Second chance shot. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Nets lead by 4.
Yeah, second chance points again. A huge problem for this team.
Boy, they're getting caught spectating. You can't be a watcher out there. They're letting rebounds slip away. Everybody's got to get in there and fight for the ball.
Here's Jefferson, and Jefferson throws it down.
The anticipation from Jefferson that time, Kevin, that was impressive. Always willing to get dirty on the glass.
Here's Dinwiddie. He feeds it to Carroll. Dishes it to Crab. Kicks it to Dinwiddie. Down low. Crab, good. Crab's got 4 points in the quarter.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Jefferson setting the pick for Joseph. He dishes it to Robinson. LeVert grabs the miss. Nets leading by 4. Feeds it to Dinwiddie. Over Joseph. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And whatever it was at halftime worked because their offense far more effective here in the second. They finally found some sets that are working for them.
To the middle. Here's Jefferson. Rebounded by the Nets. Zeller's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart. And that's his role. That's where Carroll's at his best, the catch and shoot.
Screen by Jefferson. Joseph, the pass to Robinson. No good.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been a more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Stevenson. Looking to end the run. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Robinson.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Carroll with a screen on Stevenson. LeVert the pass to Zeller. Crab kicks to Zeller. 5 on the clock. Picked by Zeller. The 3. It's rebounded by Jefferson. Jefferson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Stevenson outside. Now here's Joseph. He's guarded closely. No good that time. Brooklyn leading by 9. And the pass to LeVert. Now the dish to Dinwiddie. Zeller passes to Crabbe. Back to Zeller. Here's LeVert, defended by Jefferson. Picked by Zeller. Dinwiddie off target from three-point range. And Indiana shooting 35% or so in the third quarter. Whatever they're trying is not working. They get the rebound. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Joseph Young's checked in for Robinson. And that one falls for Jefferson.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Crabbe kicks to Carroll. Pass to LeVert. Carroll with the screen on Young. Crabbe from long range.
How about the determination? Now that's what we call competing for a rebound.
They set the pick. Here's Joseph, and it's blocked. And there's the call on Joseph Young. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The first free throw is good.
And LeVert, the Ohio native, has a ton of potential, folks. A tall, lanky shooting guard with really good playmaking ability.
Joseph with the ball. Good if it goes. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Nets lead by 8. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up. 2K Sports, happy to have you with us. Brooklyn leading by 8. So for Brooklyn now, Damari Carroll is out there with Crabbe. Then it's Tyler Zeller, and it's LeVert in at the 2 guard. Nets passing it around, and stolen by Bogdanovich. Here's Oladipo. Tries again, and Turner with the lay-in. Turner's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Pacers.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
Pacers shooting 43% from the field. Collison kicks to Young. Wants to get it to Turner and does. And the layup's good off the glass. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Dinwiddie kicks to Carroll. The feed to Dinwiddie. Here's LeVert. And the Nets miss again. Pacers trail by 4. Outside Turner. Here's Bogdanovich. Brooklyn with the rebound. Zeller's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Dinwiddie kicks to Zeller. Passes to LeVert. This is to Crabbe. Pass to LeVert. 6 to shoot. He feeds it to Dinwiddie. From downtown, Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Bogdanovich has got 4 rebounds in this game.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Collison, no good. Brooklyn leading by 4. Here's Crabbe, ejected by Young.
Thaddeus Young using that expansive wingspan to put that shot in reverse.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
So for the Nets, Booker, he's checked in for Damari Carroll. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Allen Crabbe. And it's Russell in for Dinwiddie.
Watch outside.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Booker with it, and Young picks him up defensively. And Tyler Zeller on the bucket on the assist by Booker. 6 points for Tyler Zeller.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Collison dishes to Turner. Oh, that's blocked.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
And really at this stage of the game, to get those kinds of offensive rebounds for putbacks, you almost feel like it's a 4-point swing.
Yeah, you really do, because those extra possessions when they lead to points, that's huge. I mean, he did a nice job there. Never gave up on the play, and you know my motto, persistence pays dividend.
The offensive rebound, Zeller, and it's sent back by Turner.
Oh, these arms of Turner just go on forever. I mean, which is part of the reason he's able to rack up the block shots that he does.
Bogdanovic, no luck. Nets leading by 4. Here's Hollis Jefferson. That shot, no good. Good defensive work there by Young. Well, it's definitely within striking distance now.
Yeah, but they've got to make each possession count on both sides of the floor.
And the shot goes in.
And Collison has a nice stroke, a quirky release, but never going to pass up the mid-range jumper when it's there for him.
A nice shot by LeVert. And the Nets lead by 4.
That's exactly how you set the table. Great dime there.
Collison, the pass to Turner. A drive by Collison. That falls. Nice speed that time from Turner. Turner's got his 4th assist in this one. Russell kicks to Zeller. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. Zeller, a screen on Bogdanovic. And it's Russell missing. Pacers have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Collison dishes to Turner. Out of hand on it. Here's the break. Here's LeVert. He kicks it to Zeller. And that one, good. Zeller's got 4 points in the quarter.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Turner with the screen. Collison kicks to Turner. That one off the back iron and out. Brooklyn leading by 4. It's taken away by Collison. Here's Oladipo. Another shot. Young's shot is off.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Brooklyn making some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tyler Zeller. And it's Jeremy Lin in for LeVert. Up top, Lin. Outside, Russell. "11 feet away. Misses off the left iron. Pacers trail by 4. Bogdanovic passes to Young. Back to Bogdanovic. Kicks to Young. Over Booker. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
When you can rise up so quickly as Young can and do it that easily, then even contested shots are no problem.
Booker dishes to Lin. Over Collison. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Lin's got 21.
Gotta love the determined style of Lin's game. I mean, he plays hungry all the time. Doesn't allow the defense to dictate his shot selection, even at the rim.
Turner. A three-pointer, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Russell. He dishes it to Mozgov. It's taken away by Collison. And Turner kicks to Oladipo. That falls. Nice speed that time from Turner. Turner's got 5 assists tonight.
And the way Oladipo handles himself from inside is commendable. I mean, actually, it's tremendous. He does a nice job utilizing the strength that he has.
Good on the shot. Pacers trail by 4. Outside Collison. Shoots over Lynn, and again it's Indiana converting.
And you're starting to see some tired legs on those defenders as we come down the stretch here, Clark.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, fatigue really a factor. You can see the heavy legs, and that's why he was wide open on that shot. The defender just couldn't get to him.
Count that one.
Tell you what, if you let him get his feet set, Mozgov can bury that jumper, and he has nice rhythm with it, too.
Here's Collison. Excellent D there from Mozgov.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, excellent extension on the block. Superb timing as well to swat that one away.
Got a piece of it.
I think the athleticism of Oladipo is what makes him a plus defender who can actually get his share of block shots even though he's not that big. And you know, Oladipo back in 2013 was the #2 overall pick in the draft and is showing a lot of promise. He's really taking over the game in key stretches here.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Two shots.
And the first one drops.
And you know, the former undrafted point guard just continues to impress. Lynn is an exciting, unpredictable player on the court, but he brings value too.
He's perfect from the line this time. Pacers trail by 4. Collison kicks to Bogdanovich. 16 feet away. That shot is off. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. And it's blocked.
And really, they've rebounded well all game long.
Yep, and they've needed every one of those boards. This game's still close.
And the action on hold as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
Yeah, absolutely, Greg. I mean, of course, this is why you build out your depth as best you can. I mean, you just never know when injuries might show up.
And Indiana making a change here. Stevenson's checked in. LeVert's checked in for the Nets. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Nate McMillan had some advice for the team during that last break. 3-pointers have hurt them tonight, and he told his players, we've got to play them better on the 3-point line. We can't give them any more clean looks. Kevin?
Indiana trailing here. Collison, the pass to Bogdanovich. Shoots off the screen. And it's blocked.
The 7'2" wingspan of Hollis Jefferson paying off right there. His defense can be suffocating.
Stolen by Collison. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Collison with the ball. Bogdanovich, no luck. Nets leading by 4. Here's Lynn. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And he makes the first. The Nets making a switch here. Russell's checked in. So he gets them both.
And he's been rock solid at the free throw line tonight. A little bit of an unexpected bonus for them.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And it's Stevenson missing. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. To the inside. Booker makes it off the glass. And the Nets lead by 8.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Bogdanovich sets the pick for Collison. Outside Bogdanovich. Screen by Young. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Not just a floor spacer now. Bogdanovich getting inside there.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. He hits both from the stripe.
Nice work there. This is a point in the game where if you get a chance to close the gap, you've got to make the most of it.
Screen by Russell. Lynn with it, picked up by Collison. Russell with a wide open look, but they'll get another chance.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
That one, no good. Stevenson drives in, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And there's the call, Brooklyn the foul. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that brings them within 5.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
There's a good screen. Mozgov a screen on Collison. Back to Lynn. Just 5 to shoot. Trying his luck deep. Here's Mozgov. Deep 2 from Russell. And good. He nails it.
Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
And that's what you want to do. I mean, you can't let the opposition off the hook here. I mean, you've got to keep adding to that lead.
Here's Turner. It's good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. And now we've got the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Mozgov grabs the board. Outside, Lynn. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Jeremy, it really looked like defense got you guys going tonight and got them off their game.
Yeah, I mean, this might have been the hardest that we played, collectively for a whole game in a while. And I think everybody who really stepped out on the floor, they gave everything they had, and it was great to see.
Really was telling, Jeremy, how you guys got going. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.